We have with us on the program today an APC member from the camp of the Vice President to provide answers to this studio. We have no other person than Mr. Shatima Umar Abagana. You are welcome to the show this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. A lot of questions or tongues have been wagging since the Vice President joined the trail. Some have said he's as culpable, you know, for some of the things we have seen in this administration as the president has been. What do you think, in your opinion, does the declaration of the Vice President signpost for the 2023 election?
Well, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Professor Osibanjo has declared, and so have so many others. And an active, proper democracy demands candidates, many candidates, so that the electors or the electorate can have a choice, so a choice of who should lead them. So in our case, Professor Osibanjo has come out, declared. He's one of those that have thrown their hats into the race. And we are supporting him because we believe that he has the quality and the capability, the integrity, and to lead this country, to carry it forward from where we are.
You talk about quality and capability.
Yes.
In our opening remarks, we talked about him being the manager of the economy. Would you say, with the way the economy has fared, that he has demonstrated quality and capability, given the level of inflation, given all of the under indices that we are battling with as a country?
Well, an economy has so many facets, and you have to take the whole of it as in totality. You've got a lot of production going on, you've got trading, you've got services, and so on and so forth. Now, an inflation can be triggered by quite a few things, like price of a particular product, like price of fuel can create inflation. Inflation can be imported from abroad. When prices from abroad get higher, and there's very little you can do to protect yourself against a general world inflation. So if you read properly, you find that inflation is going up almost everywhere, and we just happen to be part of the world economy, and that's why you find price of maybe rice, wheat have gone up, price of fuel has gone up, price of a lot of other goods have also gone up worldwide now. And so it's going to be, and it's gone up. First, COVID brought out its own worldwide problems, and then now we had this Russian-Ukrainian war, etc., etc. So you can build into what are the various causes of an economy having going through an inflationary period and some difficulties. But it's going to be, if others worldwide don't have this phenomenon, and then only Nigeria has, then you can then say, yes, what is going on. But if others have and Nigeria's own is not as bad as others, then some corrective measures have been taken to limit the damage that is coming in from abroad. So it's good to really take the entire thing into for proper perspective. Okay. Not all of inflation is caused by by commission or omission in-house. The majority of inflation come from things that are happening outside Nigeria.
Okay. Now, a lot of the questions that Nigerians are asking is, what would he do differently, from the administration he's about to let go? What is new, that he tends to bring to the table?
Well, what is new? First, to try and build on the successes of President Buhari, and since he was part of that government, he's part of that government. And then to use all the knowledge that God has given him. He's a professor in law and has done so many papers and so many participating in so many, probably hundreds of, issues that have to do with the world and to do with the well-being of human beings. And so with the background that he has of a professor in law and the services he has rendered all through his young life, I would say relatively young, and he's known for integrity. And that is really what he's really, one of the main things he's going to bring onto this is his integrity. And you've got now somebody who's academically capable, administratively capable, and then he's now got this added quality of integrity, and that's what he's going to bring to bear on the work that he's going to do if elected president.
Let me deviate a bit from his intention to contest to look at issues that seem to have been playing up since his emergence. We know, like you rightly mentioned, that more candidates are good for the electorate. Well, we saw that moment after he declared, some persons who have always adopted him as a son immediately disowned him, if you like, by saying that his declaration sort of betray the candidature of another person to whom he was known to have had a long-standing relationship. What would you say to that kind of narrative?
There's really nothing wrong in it. It's this is to give people choice, and people are now going to have a choice. And he has maintained his respect for his past elder, former elder, but who they still maintain a good relationship, I think. The point here is that they bring different things to the table, and therefore it's left to the electorate to decide what should happen. There's a choice of.
So you don't see this as a betrayal?
No, not really. I don't see it as a betrayal. What would happen if he doesn't put himself forward, and then somehow during the process, maybe in the primaries or in whatever, the other gentleman doesn't make it, then none of them would make it. But this way now they have what I would call a fallback position. If it's one of them happens, then it's still within the same general group of people that know themselves. So I think it's just a way of out from my own point of view, I would call it a way of just giving the electorate a choice, and also making sure that they all have a way of saying that, oh, if he doesn't make it, I can make it, and we're still going to deliver the, what the people expect us to deliver. I think that's the way I would say. I don't see it as very negative. I see it as, well, some positive in it.
So since his declaration,
yes.
How would you describe, the level of his acceptance by Nigerians?
Very, very well. The acceptance is very, very well for somebody who's been in public service, but who has not been in any major public office like, say, minister or governor. Vice president is like slightly behind somebody. So very well received. You can see how he's been received. His supporters are coming out, supporting him countrywide. So he has acceptability. And then you take note that he is doing this in kind of not the traditional way of using kind of campaign with a lot of resources. He doesn't do that. So it's a very, very quiet, simple way of politicking. So.
Talking about acceptability, let me take that back to the realms of the vice president. Every candidate has sort of sought the blessings of the president, which he has given, I'm sure. But we don't seem to be able to align the president's blessing with any of the candidates. If he had worked with this man and he has been satisfied with his input throughout the last 7, if you like, 8 years, why is it difficult for the president to openly identify with his number 2 man as having his support to succeed him in office?
Well, I will try and answer your question in a kind of a roundabout way. I will answer without answering it. First, the president is the head of state of president of Nigeria, head of state of all. So it's going to be very, very. It won't be proper for the president to come out today and say I'm going to support so against so. It's not right. He's the president of all. Especially, he's also the leader of APC. So all are his. He can't choose and select at this moment. So that really, we must accept the president's strength of character and his integrity to say, I cannot come and decide my successor when certain processes in the party itself have not been done. Now, so the president has to allow all members of the party and all who are interested in the party to have equal chance. He may have, and I think he may have his choice in his heart, but he will not let that one out. I think at this moment, I think he has said so, and I think if you look at the way things go for a leader, a president, leader of a party, leader of a country, president of a country, he shouldn't come out at this time and start saying, I want. Then he's now deciding for the electorate, which is really not democracy. So let him, for now, allow everybody to do what they can and let the generality of the electorate, either in the party, during the primaries or whatever, to come out and say, it is so-so person. Then he can now say, yes, if it's so-so person, I too, I will do my best. That is the people's choice, is also my choice. Only at that point, not at this time. Now, to mention why Professor Osibanjo has come out without the direct endorsement of the president. They've been working together now for 6-7 years. They know themselves very, very, very well. He's acted for him many occasions. He's not a new person to him at all. I doubt very, very much if Professor Osibanjo, who is an intelligent, very intelligent man, an academic, a professor at law, can just jump into something without some understanding that at least when it comes to him, and if he's the one that comes out from the primaries or elected by people, that he will say no. So
interesting.
So you've got the president can't say so now, and he knows the way the president thinks. I think because they worked for 6-7 years, very, very closely working together. So he may know him and knows him, I think. And then I don't think he would just jump like that without saying, well, what I would think the president would tell him is, yes, Professor, okay, you are also capable to join. If it's you, well and good, you continue our work. But if it's not you, well, we'll agree with the people's choice or the party's choice. This is the way I think Baba would say. So I'm not saying that's what he said, but I'm just, please, don't go and quote me.
You are saying it directly from your mouth.
No, I didn't see that. I've not been Baba for about 20 years. So I don't think Baba would say that. Or to me, at least, I have not met, nobody has told me anything.
That's true.
And I think the last time I met Professor Osibanjo himself was about 4 years ago, so he couldn't have told me anything. But my assumption is this is the way I know elders like that. He's the former head of state. He's a general. He's the head of state for 7 years. They have some way of working and some way of talking.
Well,
and this is the way I
assume. See how
Pardon?
that pans out. Nigerians, are waiting for 2023. Thank you so much for coming on the program this morning, and we hope to have you next time.
Thank you very much.